Hey everyone, it's Barbara Ann. Welcome back to my channel, Straight Out of Context. Copyright disclaimer. Under the Copyright Act of 1976, I am within my full legal right to share these following clips via video and audio. The following creators allow reshare, redistribution, and download of their content, and as always, I credit in the description box down below. Fair use, public domain, TikTok third-party license, and TikTok Live automatic third-party license for the use of commentary, reaction, teaching, news reporting, research, comment, and criticism. I am legally within my basic human, civil, and constitutional right to share under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. To share my expressions, views, thoughts, opinions, feelings, and critiques. The First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution guarantees my freedom of religion, freedom to exercise of, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, free assembly, and the right to petition the government and air my grievances. The First Amendment does not cover lies that amount to defamation, slander, libel, harassment, stalking, cyberstalking, bullying, cyberbullying, threats, or any other verbal crimes.
Gypsy Blanchard recently got on a live panel with Bree, and it seems as if she's enabling Gypsy a bit too much, at least in my opinion. I'm going to let you hear it because she discusses Gypsy getting off of parole. She also gives her thoughts on the billboard situation last weekend. So I'm going to let you hear that, and I'll be back.
And why are people making a big deal that she wouldn't have drinks the first night she got off of parole? Well, that wasn't really the first night, because after 12:01, she was drinking a daiquiri.
Yep.
I mean, totally legal.
Good for her.
Right?
Go figure.
Well, I mean, she took a couple of sips of it and then went to put it in the freezer and went to bed. It was after midnight, but like,
You always find this picture of
they get off parole, or whatever. Do and celebrate. This girl has never, ever got to go with the friends that she wants and have a blast.
And she did. We had so much fun.
Looked like Elle did.
We really did.
I had told, we were talking about the billboard last night, me and Lindsay, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't see it, because I would have probably wanted to pull the driver out and like, tell, what are you thinking? Like, it just blew my mind. But I also love the fact that in one video, people are just walking by it and like not even looking at it.
Well, I know. When we went up to it, nobody was looking at it either.
Yeah. What I told her was, go have fun, have a blast. Please don't throw up in her. But people stay all the time, like, she doesn't take accountability or this and that.
He does though.
People live with her. They didn't live with her. She would hear screams.
Yep.
She would run in my bedroom. I'll be just waking up. One time she ran out. She was wrapped in a towel, soaking wet. And she was in the shower. It was early in the morning. She runs in my room, and I'm just opening my eyes, and she comes up there, and she's like, "Are you screaming?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "You sure?" I heard a woman scream, and I was like, "Were there, kids outside playing?" If people that don't like her, like Jen or whoever would spend one day with Gypsy, they would in the club, because she is such a sweet person. She's goofy as hell. She can make you laugh. She's so clumsy sometimes. I mean, she's just normal. She doesn't think that she's better than anybody else.
At all.
At all. She wants to be treated as a friend, as a normal human being. And there's nothing wrong with that. And for her not wanting to be, labeled the M word, I don't blame her, because who wants a mistake, whatever, big or small, getting thrown in your face every day? How would they like it if whatever they did wrong, people would just throw it in their face every day? You need to think about what if they were in that position, or how treat people how you want to be treated.
Jackson, just a baby.
And the world would be a better place.
Come on, your mom.
If we would just all get along and not throw mistakes in people's face, lift people up, instead of tearing people down. They want to see her fail so bad that they take their own integrity of themselves and just rip it to shreds. And you can't unring a bell.
Like I said in the beginning, clearly Gypsy and her family and friends enable her behavior. The point and the fact is, you did what you did. Nobody's going to just forget that. That's what they're not grasping, I think. Like, you deleted somebody permanently forever. It doesn't just go away. We are going off of Gypsy's actions on the internet, in public, and what she writes back to people all the time, what her friends do, bully people. We're going off of her behavior, not what she does at home. We don't get to see that, of course, right? We get to see what she does in the public, so I can only imagine what she does at home and behind closed doors, literally. Like, and then it just baffles me that they really think that the billboard and everything, like, people were just walking by it. Like, Christy, do you know how viral that billboard thing went on the internet? So whether people were looking at it or not was not the point. The point was to get people's attention, whether it's on the internet or whether it's in person. It doesn't matter. And it did. It worked. Gypsy's truth is now coming to the surface. More and more people are starting to see that. Now, I watched a video the other day. Supposedly, in the documents, there is correspondence, talkings back and forth between Gypsy Rod and like Christy and the attorney, Matt Stanfield, and they were talking about what potentially would the future look like for them, as in money. So with that being said, like I've always told y'all, there's always been a certain level of corruption in this case, and money. And whether it's the government, our government, if you don't believe that our government is heavily involved in corruption and money, then you are blind. Because you go do some research, that's all I'll say. But this case goes so much deeper than just Nick doing what he did. It goes way deeper than that. And if you don't know the details, I'd highly advise you to go look into it, because the stuff is out there. The stuff is out there. It's, like I said, it's all coming to surface now. So with that being said, I don't think Gypsy's behavior is going to get any better. And no, I don't want to see anybody have their downfall, or whatever you want to call it, like she said. I'm not that type of person. But if Gypsy would have chosen to do what she said she was going to do when she got released from prison, advocate and do all these great things and whatever, but she didn't. She didn't go live a quiet life and be a normal girl like she said. She got on the internet and made a straight fool of herself. Showed us who she truly is. That's a red flag. So people started to be suspicious and started digging. They found out. Anyway, happy 4th of July. I hope everyone has a great 4th, and y'all be safe. Do not, you know what, and drive, and wear your seatbelt.
I'm going live.
Are you really?
Good morning, everybody. Or actually, it's good
Say
evening.
good morning?
Yeah, it's like good morning. Good evening, everyone. We are in downtown Austin, sightseeing. It just rained, so it's extremely muggy right now. Passed a couple shops that were kind of cool. We are on 2nd Street.
Go down to the waterfront.
It's muggy. I would love to go, but it's really muggy and like it just rained. And I think if we was to go down to the river, I'm pretty sure her wheels would get nice and muddy. My hair is extremely frizzy right now. Look at those cars. They're just self-driving cars. Those are pretty cool. We seen them when we went to Los Angeles. I've never seen them in Louisiana though. Have you?
No, never.
Yeah, I've never seen them. My hair is really frizzy right now. It looked so good before we stepped out into the muggy air. My extensions were nice and blended before that, but I have naturally like curly hair, so it frizzes up really easy. Try to make it as blended as possible.
I'm lost.
I'm lost too. Happy 4th. Yeah, happy early 4th, guys. We're going to be spending it in Austin. like fireworks displays?
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Anybody on here from Austin?
I'm sure there's something.
Because like in New Orleans, they have like down by the river, they have a fireworks show. So
Oh, it's starting to rain.
I didn't bring an umbrella.
Me neither. At least Aurora's safe.
Yeah, she's got the canopy thing. She'll be fine. Google it. Thanks. Yeah, I ordered another set off of Amazon. Some that's like a little thicker. That has like a 7-piece. This is just a 2-piece. Oh, thank you, Holly D, for the galaxy. So I ordered a 7-piece. It is kind of starting to dribble.
We gotta go.
Just because I think the 2-piece is not cutting it to fill out as much as I'd like it to. So I think that comes in next week, and I'll try them and style them and see if I like those better. Like the 2-piece is super convenient because it's just the 2 pieces that you clip in, but it's thin and like my hair is so thick at the top that it doesn't blend really well. But that's a compliment, Bella from Twilight. Thanks. This is the beautiful view that we have. This is my first time to Austin. Alright. I'm here. Try not to get hit. I'm following.
There's a guy on a scooter coming.
Oh god. Yeah, people they ride scooters over here to get around. I think it's pretty hot out here. We have dinner reservations in like 20 minutes. So. Whew. We've kind of walked around. Try Terry's Barbecue. You heard of Terry's Barbecue?
Yeah, Terry Blacks. They have them in Dallas too. They're good.
Okay. We tried a P. Terry's burger last night.
It was okay.
It was okay. It reminded me of every other takeout burger. Huh. And then what was that that breakfast place that you were talking about? Trying to keep up with you. He's a fast walker.
We're talking about a breakfast
No, it was
place.
something. I thought you said something about a breakfast place. Oh, now you can see.
El Arroyo. Aurora's moving.
She's moving. Oh, I need hair. The funniest thing is, like, we were only supposed to be gone, like, overnight. And that turned into a whole trip. Ken was like, you want to go to Austin tomorrow? And I was like, sure. So I literally packed in, like, a few hours. Packed, like, 3 t-shirts. Had to go to the store, get some clothes. I didn't pack enough. Go on 6th Street. You're in Austin? Yeah, I'm in Austin. Walking across the streets. Oh gosh, it's starting to rain. Lefty? Thank you, Kaylee. Hi, Jimmy. Hey. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, we're just sightseeing. I want to go to a museum. I saw that they have like cool museums around here.
Watch your baby love. Watch your baby sweets.
Watch the puddle. Alright, gotta go over the puddle.
Yeah, you're so pretty. You're the pretty good. Yeah, look at you. Look at you. Yeah, you're pretty good.
Alright, y'all. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, guys, so I just wanted to give y'all a quick little update. We're sightseeing Austin. It's beautiful so far. I love it. Well, I'm gonna have to go now because, again, I didn't charge my phone. So sorry, guys. I know, I need to charge my phone. Alright, guys, hope y'all have a beautiful day and a wonderful weekend. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Enjoy the fireworks and your celebrations.
Y'all think I'm still protecting Gypsy. I'm not. I'm not protecting her. I'm protecting me, my mental health. I don't understand that I'm trying to protect my mental health. In fact, hold on, maybe I'll just go get a billboard and do it that way. Sorry, I kid. No, seriously, I'm going to talk about that. It was bullshit. Y'all were wrong for that, and I will explain my reasoning on that. That was wrong.
Okay, gonna make this short and sweet. Gypsy Rose is now an ally again for LGBTQ+. Also, Ryan Anderson says that he has some major tea that he's going to be dropping on his TikTok live tomorrow, July 5th. And he says he's going to talk about his opinions, thoughts, and feelings on the whole mobile billboard. Tomorrow on TikTok at 7 p.m. Be there or be square. But I tell you what, he better actually drop some real tea this time.
Yeah, I have some things I want to talk about. You know, in fact, hold on, maybe I'll just go get a billboard and do it that way. Sorry, I kid. No, seriously, I'm going to talk about that. It was bullshit. Y'all were wrong for that, and I will explain my reasoning on that. That was wrong.
Hold on, let me get my glasses on so I can see it. What is that? Oh, it's a bit. All you are is me.
Well, that aged well. Remember when she called Nicholas Voldemort an autistic little buttercup, a piece of shit, and a psychopath? Remember when she took the life of her mother? What about Nicholas Godejohn or his mother, Stephanie Goldhammer? And never mind the fact that she tried to convince everybody that she had over 300 surgeries. I mean, that has to be some kind of Guinness World Book record, right? Yeah, I'm not lying. She really called Nick a POS and a psychopath. Even though she's the one who used him and weaponized him in her first-degree premeditated murder plot. And when we really look at the facts, and I take away all of the things that aren't surgeries, like moles, you see that she had a scar from a muscle biopsy, which is a test, technically not a surgery. She also has a scar from the feeding tube, and she also has 2 scars on her neck where she had 2 submandibular glands removed for hypersalivation after failing therapy, oral medication, therapy again, Botox injections. And yes, I have showed her medical records proving that. Her lawyer and Melissa G. Moore had their way. They want you to believe the narrative, the false story, the perpetual victim narrative. But Gypsy, her friends, her stans, and her family want everybody to believe that it's content creators that are constantly talking about her and making money off of her, when really it's Mike Stanfield and Melissa G. Moore, along with executive producers. But Gypsy is okay with that as long as she gets to share her truth and her story, right? Well, it's a lot more strategic than that, because Melissa G. Moore and Mike Stanfield helped her. Mainstream media, the books, the interviews, the social media, all of it is with their help. And they take their cut.
And a liar, and pathetic, and a lonely life than me.
Drunk. You're drunk.
I'm so drunk I can't.
This is your last stream.
I'm so drunk I can't think straight. I've got liver disease. Gypsy doesn't know I have liver. Lipsy or Gypsy doesn't know. Did I call her Lipsy? It's Gypsy. Gypsy doesn't know I have liver disease, and I'm not supposed to drink. But y'all don't tell anybody, okay? Is my finger in my nose? Is my finger in my nose? But anyway, I'm not drinking anything. I just said I was, but I'm not. I'm not drinking anything but orange juice, pineapple juice. To make. Gypsy, I have liver disease.
Oh, I
know you're my bestie and you didn't know that.
I knew that.
That is Gypsy's friend Sheena, who is an older woman, breaking the news to Gypsy that she has liver disease. According to her, she has stage 4 liver disease and she is on the wait list for a new liver. Gypsy responds with, "I already knew that," and an eye roll. The girl with a clear microdeletion. You can look at Gypsy from the time she was born to 34 years old, and you can tell there is something genetically not right with her. The perpetual victim, the girl who was supposedly medically abused, rolling her eyes at her friend and one of her biggest defenders when she breaks the news to her that she has stage 4 liver disease. It's giving selfish, it's giving entitled, and it's giving don't come over here and rain on my parade. That's so ironic considering that she considers herself to be an advocate for medical abuse and for cyberbullying and an ally. And never mind the fact that her friend Sheena was in a mobile scooter. Gypsy rolled her eyes so hard that one of them didn't go with the other. As something as serious as liver disease, and she's over here rolling her eye like, nope, don't you dare kill my vibe. I'm off parole, bitch. Freedom. First thing I'm going to say is, fuck the haters. Clearly, her haters live in her head rent-free because she went out of her way to go to that mobile billboard, to get out, to record it, and to scream like a banshee on the streets of Louisiana. But it's funny how she has to post on her social media websites to promote her books and her shows. And she does it with using real movements and real causes. Coming from the girl who experimented sexually while she was in prison, knowing that she is completely heterosexual. She now wants to use LGBTQ plus community and movements to make herself look like she's so virtuous. This is the type of thing that doesn't match her actions, words, choices, and behaviors. These really toxic positivity type posts, trying to say and do all the right things for a social movement or a social justice cause. The 24-year-old woman who had every opportunity to get her ass up and leave actually orchestrated the murder of her mother for over 4.5 years. Had the audacity to claim abuse, which doesn't work when you bring a third party into the mix, and weaponized Nicholas Godejohn and his autism. But she doesn't want you to remember all of that. That's the past, and she's so much better. But is she? Because the internet and content creators have been clocking her shit left and right since the day she got out. And we have all been here for it.
I knew that.
Watch your baby feet.
Watch the puddle. Gotta go over the puddle.
Yeah, you're so pretty. You got the pretty good. Yeah, look at you. Look at you. Yeah, you're pretty good.
That is so funny. People trolling her because you know she's obsessed with Twilight.
That's a compliment, Bella from Twilight. Thanks.
Kristen Stewart didn't have a bad hairpiece. Gypsy, go wash that shit. Hey, I just want to show you this very quickly. And Haiti Joyless is the one that shared this again, but I remember seeing it last year. Gypsy Rose Blanchard posted this privately to Katie Joy Polson from Without a Crystal Ball. And Katie straight up asks Gypsy, where did all that trust fund money go? Gypsy says that she has a $400 a month health insurance bill, living expenses, among other things, and that she had less than $40,000 in her trust fund, which is controlled by her dad. Now, since then, she has made more money on 60 Minutes and with season 2 and her book, but in that same time, she also tried to pay over $12,000 for 2 Taylor Swift tickets. Over $1,200 on 5 pairs of Good American jeans. She spent over $400 on a stroller when she already had a very expensive stroller. Over $300 at Salon Centric. Over $250 to get her hair fixed. Another $30 to box dye it again. Over $200 more on real hair extension pieces. And remember in season 1 of her Lifetime show how she told Ryan, that's revenue. I bet you her tune has completely changed now that she realizes that $5,000 isn't enough. I mean, $3.8 million is not enough to actually live on. Maybe if her dad and her stepmom were more involved in her life, they would be giving her better financial advice. But what I want to know is how can she literally be blowing that much money on clothes and food? It screams something isn't right here, and I want to know exactly how much Melissa G. Moore or Mike Stanfield made. But unfortunately, those IRS filings are not like a nonprofit, which are available publicly to everybody. I just don't see how over a year ago, Gypsy could be almost broke, especially with being monetized on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. She could even open up her Facebook and monetize that as well. There is a lot of crazy things going on in the Gypverse this week, but today is 4th of July, and I just want to tell you all happy 4th of July, and that I love you. I hope you make amazing memories with your loved ones, your kids, your grandkids, your spouse, your family, your friends, whoever you are with. On this Independence Day, let's remember the courage and dedication of those who made our liberty possible. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This nation will remain the land of the free only so long as it is the home of the brave. The fact is, with every friendship you make and every bond of trust you establish, you are shaping the image of America projected to the rest of the world. Create good memories, deep bonds, establish those friendships and that deep trust. Protect and project truth, justice, goodness, decency, and light. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I love you, and I will see you all on the flip side. And don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and share.